Good evening, everyone. This is Linda. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. We're having an overcast day all day today. Have you ever had one of these days and you know it's gonna rain, so you don't water your garden? I watered my garden though, and we still haven't gotten any rain, right? But it's all right. It's all right. Well, listen, guys, today I come to share with you all my granddaughter, Jada. She asked me a question, and I said I'm going to answer this question, and I'm going to ask my gardening community to answer the question also. So the question is, she said, Mimi, when did you fall in love with gardening? Yes. So I am sharing with you all when I fell in love with gardening. Yes. And if you would like to answer it, go ahead on and put up a video, right? But first, if you are not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I will be sharing my Zone 9 garden. Yay! It's time for me to pull up some of these flowers, but these are wildflowers. But if you could see in there, the bees are loving it. They just going at it. I got one right there. He just, yeah, they all just going at it. But I got to get them up. I'll leave them some, but the majority of them gotta go. Yeah. So, guys, I'm over here pulling up weeds from over here by my my melons. My melons, yeah. And it made me thought about when I was a child growing up. So, for you all don't know, is that when I was a kid growing up, this is how we ate. Yeah, this is how we ate every day. So my mother is one of 16 and my father is one of 16, and they all grew up in the same community. And everybody helped everybody. This is the only way you were going to make it in those days, by pulling all the resources together to make it work, right? So we had a 4-season garden, right? The garden always had food growing in it, simply because this is how we ate. This is how we ate. So everything we grew, this is what we ate, right? So I can remember my grandmother waking us up like 4 o'clock in the morning. She got all her seeds in mason jars, and when it was time to plant, and she would give me 2 or 3 jars and give my cousins their jars, and this is what we had to plant for that day. So when you planted it, you also had to water it. So the men in my family would till the land and have the gardens ready for us. And the women and children, we all did the planting of the seeds. Yeah. It was a beautiful time, I tell you. Beautiful time for me. Now that I'm an adult and I can really appreciate what was really going on at that time. I fell in love with gardening during those times. It just felt so good. Getting up early in the morning was a thing. You get up before the sunrise. It's just, that's the way life was. And I remember even as a child, I would be drinking coffee with him. Yeah, man, we drinking coffee. But so I fell in love with gardening a long time ago, and I depend upon my garden. Yeah, we depended upon that garden to make sure we had food to eat. You know, food was hard. It was hard for my family, even though my mother worked hard, my father worked hard. They still needed that garden. They needed that garden. And that garden not only fed me and my family, both sides, those gardens fed the community. The community ate from that garden. When it was harvest time, oh my, it was a joyous time. It was a joyous time. Not only me, but people in the community, they would all help to harvest peas, corn, beans, greens. Oh my God. And we always had beds and beds of seasoning that my grandmother, my mother, and my aunts prepared meals with, like green onions, bell peppers, garlic, parsley, thyme, all of those things. Just year-round fresh vegetables, because that's what they cook with every day. I find myself having that same type of garden. And sometimes it feels like I'm living in those same days. Yeah, because there's nothing like the food that you grow in your garden. Nothing like it. Yeah. It's delicious, and it's filling. You don't have to, you didn't spend an arm and a leg for it. And the garden, the food there, it treats your body good. Yes, it does. It treats your body good. So this is what I say, family, for all of us. You know, taking a page from my past is enjoy your garden. Yeah, but eat your food, babies. Eat your food. Yeah, you will see a huge difference in you. Not only in your appearance, but a lot of times even in the way you think about things. Yeah, it really is. It will brighten you up. That's your mind. Yeah. So a lot of times when I feel like, you know, I think about my grandparents or my mother and my father, I just grab me a cup of coffee and go sit in my garden. Yup. I find my peace there. I find my past there. And then harvest time, right? And the canning and the drying of the beans. So my aunt, my grandmother, and her sister and both of their husbands lived together, right? But my grandparents, it's funny, but my grandparents believe in, now they had 8 boys, 8 girls. So if one get married, they would bring their spouse home. They don't go and get a house. No, you get your spouse and you come home. And that's the way they believe in living. So, but when it was harvest time and it was time for canning, that was an amazing time because you had all these women in the kitchen, always coffee. Listen, coffee is always a part of the scene, always. And my aunt, my grandmother's sister, her name was, we call her Aunt Louise. Anyway, my Aunt Louise was the best, y'all. She was the best. She was the best. Now, I love my grandmother. Let's get that straight. I love her so much. But when it came to cooking sweet potato pies, nobody could cook a sweet potato pie like my Aunt Louise. Just won't happen, y'all. Oh, my grandmother used to tease me about that. But anyway, we would be up all night canning. They would be canning. So check this out. So my grandfather built my grandmother a little shed out in the yard, right? And in this shed, there was a lot of shelves. And on these shelves, my grandmother would put all her canning jars, all her jellies, apple jellies. We had a lot of fruit trees too there. Apple jellies, peach jellies, just all kinds of jellies and jams and just whatever you can think of, blackberries, you know. So he built her this shade, right? And my grandmother, she put this big chain and lock around it. This is so we couldn't get in, right? So if we wanted something, we would have to ask her or my Aunt Louise to get the keys so they could open the shade for us. So now you got to realize there was a lot of us kids, right? What they didn't know is that we took boards out of the back of the little shed, and we used to go in there at night and get jellies and put the boards back. And you know, they wouldn't know until one day my grandmother came from out there. She says, God, they've been in here. They've been in here. But that was the greatest time ever. So all of this gardening and harvesting and growing of all our vegetables, this has so much been a part of my life. It is so much a part of my history. Yeah. And I love it. I love every minute of it. Yep. So, I was looking for more seeds for carrots. I have some more seeds somewhere. Don't know where they are. That is, it's crazy sometimes when I know what I have, right, in seeds, but then I can't find it. Now that drives me crazy, y'all, and I mean crazy, because I know what I have. I know. And even though it's a lot, I buy a lot of seeds, but I know what I got. All right, so I had to get down with the get down. Get the last of it out of there. Yeah. So, I'm going to drop these seeds here today, but I'm going to drop these all around in the garden. I'm going to drop some more bachelor buttons. Some bunching onion. I'm going to drop some with some of my tomato plants. And I have a nice container ready for this. this watermelon radish that looks so darn cute. It tastes good too. And I'm gonna drop some more of these. And this pack, this is an older pack of seeds, and I've been having it for a while. I'm trying to see when the expiration date on it. Not that it means that much. Let's see. So, okay, it's not too bad. I guess the pack just look old, right? But we gonna drop it today. Cracker Jack mix colors, marigolds. So I have a lot of marigolds growing already, but you know, it's not nearly enough of what I want, and we'll see. All right. So I'm gonna drop this today. Thai Gridilla, Dollar Tree Mexican Thai Gridilla. So I'm gonna drop this today. I'm gonna put this around the tree. Oh, maybe I put it over there. I'll share. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna put it over here. Now, the Thai Gridilla is not a big flower. She's not really tall, but she is, let's see, the word I'm looking for is probably dainty. Yeah, she's probably dainty. So I need to put a pole behind her because she's gonna need some support. That's what it is. Yeah. Well, usually her flowers last about a day or two, depending upon the weather. So the weather play a lot in her lifespan, because usually they have been blooming just before the rain, which is so bad for her because the rain just tear her up. But we'll see what happens. Well, they're down. They are down. So today it is overcast and we're supposed to have some rain. So I'm waiting for the rain, but I've been waiting for the rain all morning. So I gave my plants a little water. Yeah, I gave them some water. But that is not why I wanted to talk to you all. So I wanted to talk to you all about my garlic. Yeah, so check that out. So these are the garlic scapes. They're coming up on my elephant garlic. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this baby off. So what this means is right now it is the time that, you know, formation is starting with these bulbs, even though this is one of my elephant garlics. It may not look big on this camera, but this thing is huge down here. I mean, very big. And the scape is coming on this one too. But yeah, it won't be too long now before I get to harvest these babies. But I'm gonna take the scape off. And I had one of my aunts came here and she said she needed onions and garlic. So the woman harvested some onion and garlic. But I ain't mad at her. No, she knows what she's doing. You know, she knows she don't need that bulb in order to have the sweet taste of onion. So I told her, have at it, do her thing. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to share with you all. I'm gonna take my scapes off and I am going to cook them and eat them. Yes, yes, I'm gonna cook them and eat them. All right, guys. So today is maintenance day. Yeah. So I'm pulling up all the weeds like that around my plants. And you can see that tomato plant. Yeah, I took that off. It's touching the ground over here. So I want to get rid of that. I have my my scissors over here. I'm gonna share with you what I'm gonna do to just repair some of these things that I find over here. As these plants grow, what's going on with them, and what I could do to correct problems before they begin to become a problem. Let me see what that is over there. Oh, that's too much over there. Let's see. This one need to go. All right, now I can see over there. And this weeds. Yeah. So what I have here, I have some soil, some cool spent soil, and I have my little handy dandy. Oh yeah, let me put some in here. All right, so I put some, oh wow, so this was where the moringa seeds was. This is a moringa seed that did not come up. I'll put it over there. But I'm just mixing this up and share with you what I'm gonna do. So they have Epsom salt in here, some blood and bone, some calcium nitrate, some other little stuff in here too. All good stuff, y'all. I have sweat rolling down my eyeball. All right, so there we go. So I'm just putting this all around this tomato plant. Wait a minute. All right, so there is my Creole tomato, and I have cleaned all around her bottom. These are Malabar spinach, that's what that is. So I'm not gonna pull her up, but anyway. So what I want to do is just make sure none of the leaves are touching the ground, and she's doing okay. She's doing okay, y'all. Look at that little fat tomato in there. All right, family. So there they all are. All of them is got their little grass away from them. They are not touching, their leaves are not touching the ground. They're looking pretty darn good. Yay! All right, y'all. Whew. I'm going inside now. It is super humid out here. Super humid. We all waiting for the rain. We're waiting for the rain. Oh, Creole girl. Yay. All right. So this is my sweet potatoes right here, and I must move this container. So I'm gonna move them to out where my pear tree is. Yeah, I don't want no disruption, so I'm a mover. Yeah. These are my mandevilla plants. My mandevilla, look at them. And they're going up this little trellis. So cool. Probably tomorrow they'll be open.